I want to know, is Mila the star of the Three Musketeers, and the Three Musketeers are just sort of the background players? Is that what's going on with this sequel
No,
or remake or whatever you want to call it?
we're being relatively faithful to the book. The Three Musketeers are the lead. Well, the Four Musketeers, if you include D'Artagnan, they're the lead of the movie. We're taking the classic Dumas story. We're telling it in a very modern way, but it is the classic story. It's about a young man who dreams of becoming a musketeer and travels to Paris and meets Athos, Porthos, and Aramis. And Mila's character, Milady de Winter, is a very important part of the movie, but it's not her movie. I mean, she's very evil and very sexy, and a key part of the film. But it's very much a big ensemble movie.
Are you happy or okay with the fact that she tweets about trying on costumes and what's going on set with that movie? Or is that something that you want to keep stuff secret, or do you ever have those kind of conversations? Don't show too much, don't give too much away.
Well, I was there during the costume fitting where she was tweeting, and I was taking a lot of those photographs. So obviously that's your answer. And I think she looks. I mean, those costumes she put online as well. I mean, those are just roughs. They're just the kind of rough basic of the costume. That's not even the material. And I think she's going to look amazing, and I think it's going to be a great look for her. I've always been very excited about seeing Mila in a period movie, because I just think she's going to look amazing in the 17th century and show a completely different aspect of her acting and of her personality that people haven't seen before. So the thing about the Three Musketeers is it's an action-packed tale. So people who like Mila doing action, she's going to be kicking some ass in the movie. But also, I think you're going to see a different look for her and a different feel for her, which I think is going to be very exciting for her fans.
Okay, and one last question. The last time we saw the Three Musketeers on screen, it was Charlie Sheen, Kiefer Sutherland, and Oliver Platt. Did you go back and look at that movie from not too long ago just to get a feel for what you may have not want to do or to do to this to bring it back into a new age?
Well, I'm a big Musketeers fan anyway. I read the book when I was at school, so I've been a huge fan of Musketeers for my whole life. So I've seen all of the different adaptations anyway, so I knew the Disney version very well. And I think the thing about the Three Musketeers is it's a classic tale. It's one of the best stories ever. And that's why so many versions have been made, because I think every generation deserves its retelling of the Three Musketeers. And I'm very excited to be kind of retelling it for a new audience. So I think if you're a fan of the older movies, you'll see this movie. It's the same story but told in a slightly different way. I think you'll like the movie. But, there's certainly an element for teenage boys who loved the Three Musketeers when Charlie Sheen was a musketeer. Teenage boys don't really love that movie anymore. We're going to make a movie that I think will play for a modern audience as well as kind of playing for fans of the book and the earlier films.